All right. Jesus. Hey, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Connor Mac Picks will be joining us here in just a moment. Nice to see everyone bright and early in the chat. Appreciate you guys here as always. God, what an annoying day yesterday was. Jesus Christ. I was so pissed off that I was on the wrong side of that A's first five shit. That was very frustrating stuff, and it really did flip my day. I had a fucking shit day, and double ups just killed me, man. I don't know why. What I was thinking, doubling up on the Astros, or sorry, against the Astros and the Rangers. That was very frustrating, but I'll be interesting to see how I do today. Connor Mack joining us, like I said, here in a moment. We have a full slate to break down. Shout out to Justin McKelvey, Stacks play of the day here. Now over 500. Congratulations, Justin. Justin on a good right now. He is Aussie Albies over 1.5 bases plus 110. Justin, just to let you know, since I told you that I'm starting to dabble into the total bases game yesterday, David Fry hit on a double, which is cool. Today is Paul Goldschmidt. We'll see if that works out for me. I'm tracking a total base prop play I would make this whole month, tracking it without betting it and seeing how well I do. And then next month, seeing if I'm good enough to bet these total base props. So we'll see how that goes. But it's nice to see anyone. NJ Striker, Professor Chris, Justin, like I just said, Dave McKenna in here. Dave, nice to see you. I don't remember your name from any show recently, so new name. Nice to see you, Dave. I might be just having a bad memory there. Steve G, Viper MB, Jay Peasy. Shout out to Jay Peasy in here as well, liking the Red Sox and Blue Jays today. Truth Teller in the house, who's apparently just blitzed. So it's nice to see you, Truth Teller. Bo Jackson, Rocco Rogers in here as well. Joey Harb, nice to see you, and thank you, Dave, for this. Martin Drexler update. 0-11. That's unlike my guy. Has 2 races today at Woodbine Race 8. So thank you, Dave, for that update there. And yeah, the A's were the lone bright spot in my day yesterday. God, it was like, well, I can't even say that because I was just so fucking angry with losing that first 5 up 8-3, and I was just so blindingly angry about that. But I was like, if I even texted a few people, I was like, if the A's don't win this fucking ball game, I'm done. I'm just retiring from gambling. It would have been very interesting to see what happened, what would have happened today. But let's start talking about these games here. Let's start talking about Twins Astros here. And nice to see you, Skunt Blaster. Craig Wood, trivia night was okay. We started out super late, so everyone got tired halfway through and everyone kind of wanted to bail, but it went okay, Craig. I can't complain. I've got some good, funny videos of the whole thing. Hello, Connor Mac Picks. Nice to see you, my guy.
Jose. What up? Hold on, like Jose. How's it going?
Not too much. Just about to start capping some baseball with you, hopefully make some money here. Shout out to everyone in here. Like I said, bright and early. Yeah, if it ain't foreign, it's boring. You're right. I don't drink coffee, but a Red Bull would definitely do good for the energy. Nasty Nate's nice to see Nasty Nate in the chat coming off of his birthday. Nasty Nate, how was your birthday? Let us know. Connor Mack, it's nice to see you. We're just about to start talking Twins Astros. Simeons, Wood, Richardson versus Hunter Brown. My breakdowns are going to be short because I am fucking pissed off about yesterday still. Because Connor, of course, I love fading. I love fading the minus 300. You know it. Of course, we faded them, and I took first 5 full game on both of them yesterday. And that first 5 A's meltdown sent me into a tailspin. And I'm surprised. If I was home, I'm glad I was not home for it. I was on the road. If I was home, I would have jumped off my second-story balcony head first. But it's so not like tall enough to kill me, I would have just stayed alive, and it would have been a tough few days for me with a broken neck, and I would have been so fucking pissed off. But that's what happened to me yesterday. Connor, how was your day yesterday?
It was good.
Good.
I went 3-1. I didn't have a full bet on that A's game, and I didn't have a first 5, which is kind of weird for me. I just put a little bit on them, and that had to be horrible.
Yeah, I had a full game, and I said yesterday to many people, Connor, I said, if the A's don't fucking win this game, I'm done. I'm retiring. I'm just done. I'm going to fucking fuck off into the wilderness or something. And thank God they came through.
Oh, I know. I was like, all right, they're going to win this. They blow it. And I was kind of like, oh, shit. So, but I'm glad you at least got that.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's tough. I'm sure you're tracking it. When you do the 300, I mean, you might as well take the first 5 in full game.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Nick Earl actually tracks it, and we had a conversation about it because I was just doing full game because I'm a pussy, Connor. And then he told me today, like first 5. He told me the day before, he's like, first 5 is killing it. It's up 8 units, blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, you're right. I mean, we started this shit doing first 5 full game, so let's just go back to it. So yesterday was the first time. Yeah. The first time all fucking year I did that, Connor, and I was so fucking angry. Oh, my God. And by the way, Connor, it's also the first time the minus 300 fade has lost the first 5 innings, but won the full game all year. Yeah. Oh, my God. It was so annoying. But enough of my bitching, Connor. Enough of my bitching. Fuck the A's. We'll get to them later in the show. Twins, Astros. Mark it real quick before I pass it off to you because I'd like to hear your opinions because I was on the Twins yesterday, first 5 full game, and that didn't work. 74% of the bets, 51% of the money on the Astros, so you could say bigger bets on the Twins. What do you think about this game?
You know what? Yesterday, that was my last game too, Jose, that I left off. I thought the Twins, just keep thinking to them how bad they fuck me all the time. And you know what?
Yeah.
In this game,
no Ryan too. Fuck.
I know. So I left him off, and I was like, "Thank goodness." I would take them here. I don't think the Astros are very good. Hunter Brown hasn't been great. He's been a little better at home. One thing with Woods Richardson, he's 2-0 with a 2.7 ERA. He's looked pretty good. Other that one start was on the road against the Jays where he gave up 5. But I've seen him most of his, in the minors. His stuff isn't great. Like, he gets hit around. His ERA was in the 5s. 2020 went 2-4 with a 5.7. Last year it was 7-6. With almost a 5 ERA, and that's in AAA. So I think he could maybe get hit a little bit. I'm going to bring it up because Sundays are always just a little bit tricky. These early starts. A lot of people already put it, dogs today. And same thing with totals, in this one. We've seen a bit more hitting as of late, but unders are still there. This is Twins or nothing, though. No way I can even at home back Hunter Brown, but this one I just had to keep as a lean.
I agree. I'm staying off this game. And by the way, guys, for you guys wondering about these totals markets, literally, not figuratively, not metaphorically, literally every game after this one has 95+% of the bets, 90+% of the tickets on the over. Every one of their moms just betting overs. And my bitch ass has been killed on unders in this last month, but that's going to change eventually. That will change.
It will. Hey, I had a couple unders that were tight. I went full game Nats Guardians. There was 5 runs right away, then nothing. Yep. I barely had that first 500 in the Red Sox in this one. I wanted to get on. They haven't seen a ton of Hunter Brown, but a few guys, some decent averages. They're at 297 off him. But there wasn't a crazy amount of at bats. I had it. Let me pull it back up over here. How many was there?
Well, Connor, never fear,
37.
Connor.
Only 11 for 37.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Connor. All of our problems are solved now. Ho, ho, ho. 206 days until Christmas. Black Santa Bets is in the house, Connor Mack. Black
hell yeah.
Santa Bets. Good morning, Jose and Connor and fellow sports bettors. Astros money line, Guardians money lines are on the top of my Christmas tree today. And the WNBA play for him is the Atlanta Dream, which is also in his stocking. Black Santa bets.
I know, a little Christmas in June. I like it.
Wow.
Shout out to Black Santa.
I like that. I like that, Black Santa. I feel holiday cheer all running through my body now. I couldn't feel anything for about 24 hours there after the A's fucked me, but I'm starting to feel something again now. Thank you, Black Santa bets. Barry Smith in the house. Nice to see you, Barry. I also need to borrow some money, Barry. So maybe I'll come to you for it. By the way, Connor, this is the first time I'm seeing Barry. I turned the tables on him, obviously. He put out an over in the Reds Dodgers game. I said, all right, Barry, I'll bet it with you. I put all the balls in his mouth there. And, of course, the play lost because we were both on it. And this is the first time he's returning since that. So it's nice to see Barry in the house. So
he's just coming in to give you his what he's thinking today. Yeah.
Well, that's fair. Hey,
shout out to Barry.
I'm glad that he's here giving me his thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This show wouldn't be the same without Barry Smith. Shout out to you, Barry. All right, let's go Tigers Red Sox, excuse me. Casey Mize versus Brian Bayo. Our guy JP's, he does like the Red Sox today. I was pretty surprised, honestly, to see them minus 140, if I'm going to be honest. I thought that the Red Sox here would be like minus 110 each way, truthfully, because this Red Sox team really does is just go back and forth. It's a 500 ball club. You never know really what to expect. But the one thing I can't confirm with the Red Sox, Connor, if they go down by 4 runs, it's over. Game's over.
Yeah,
they're not coming back. So you need this Red Sox team to at least score first. But it's just tough bet. Like I for me here, honestly, I thought it was Tigers or pass. Just because I just don't trust this Red Sox team right now. But that just could be me being a fan here. And Brian Bayo as well. I mean, he's was coming into the season the best pitcher on the staff. He is firmly not the best pitcher on the staff anymore. And it's not really because of him. These last 2 starts have been fine. 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 innings, 3 earned runs against Tampa Bay and Baltimore. Those are fine. They're not great. But I could see the same thing happening here today against Casey Mize and the Tigers offense, which I underrate a lot. But I looked at, I was looking at who hits the best against the starting pitchers today. And Brian Bayo has a bad numbers against Riley Green and Akil Baddoo. But it's only 3 plate appearances, 2 at-bats. So what can we do? I don't know. I just stayed off this game. Again, all the money on the over, as I mentioned, for all the games here. If you want specifics, 95 and 91. And for the money line market here, 85% of the bets on the Red Sox, 65% of the money on the Red Sox here. Connor Mack, what do you think?
Yeah, this is the game. Like a few 80 degrees, weather's getting nice. It's slightly blowing out to dead center. I don't want the over, though, in this. With these 2 teams, they both don't hit righties. I mean, I guess Tigers have been a little bit better of late. They're middle of the pack. Red Sox are even lower. Casey Mize, though, the 6 ERA on the road. So the first game, I took Red Sox team total. I thought Maeda on the road, your guy, Maeda Jose, would just get lit up. Oh, my
God. Ugh.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, so I think that could be similar. But you trust this Red Sox offense? I really don't.
Back and forth. By the way, Connor, I forgot the most important stat of this show. It's Sunday. The Red Sox, I believe, are now 10-0 on Sunday. Have not lost a baseball game on a Sunday this year so far.
Oh, come on. Really? That's why they're minus 140. And they've owned the Tigers. I know the Tigers won the other day, but what? They beat them 12 out of the last 14, 12 out of the last 15.
Yeah, it's crazy. They like before this 9-0. Thank you guys. They went. The Red Sox had like a 10-game winning streak going into this series against the Tigers. It was pretty, and obviously the only thing I think about when it comes to Tigers Red Sox, Connor, is the legendary playoff series. Verlander, Scherzer, Anibal Sanchez, fucking all those guys, still nothing. Had nothing for the 2013 Red Sox. Shout out to them. And Prince Fielder and Miguel Cabrera, which hurt me a little bit, but shout out to them. All right, no action for me. Connor, you want anything on this game?
No, I did want to see Red Sox today. Like the 4.5 against Maeda the other day, I got, I think, plus 110. It's minus 120. I guess I look at that because you'd have to take the Red Sox. I mean, if you don't mind the juice, it's crazy, but you have to take them minus the half. That's just when I start doing that with teams like the Red Sox, it's not going to end up well. You know what I mean? Or even go run line with them at home. And look who's hitting third for the Red Sox today. Jose. Is this the lineup? Dominic Smith? I mean, come on. I mean,
oh boy,
that's your 3-hitter. I mean, I don't know. Devers is raking, but everyone else, no.
Yeah, it's quite hilarious when there's a righty, the Red Sox just throw every lefty they've got against them, and it's quite funny. I know why Dom Smith is hitting third. No, only Jesus knows why Dom's is hitting third, but we'll fucking see. I guess I trust Alex Cora with my life, but Connor, I've been saying it for months. Alex Cora is the next manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, just put that.
I think so too. Maybe in a few years, I buy it.
I think it's going to be after this year. I think the Dodgers are going to have some disappointing playoff collapse again. Everyone's going to be like, son of a bitch, fucking Dave Roberts, you fucking head ass. They'll fire his ass because they spend $1 billion on 2 players, and they're going to bring a former player back into the fold, one of the best managers in baseball, who's going to leave the Red Sox because he doesn't have a contract after this year, and the Red Sox are a bunch of fucking slapdicks, and he's going to go to the Dodgers, and it's going to hurt my fucking feelings.
I wouldn't mind it, so I'll take him as the next step. And this 4.5, first 5's moved to 5, Jose. Like, this is one that scares me, even though I like the 5. Yesterday was a little bit nail biting, that under for first 5 under 4.5, and I don't trust mine. So I think Bayo's going to pitch. Unless something's wrong with him, I think this is a good bounce back start for him.
I fucking hope so. I need to see it from Bayo. I need to see it. Oh, God, Connor. I honestly do not want to talk about the Oakland A's. They made me very happy yesterday. They didn't even make me happy. They just eased my suicidal thoughts for 24 hours. They eased it down. I appreciated it. They came through with the victory in the end. And God, it was a sweat because no Mason Miller. And by the way, I'm going to say this now so everyone knows, the A's bullpen is back to being ass cheeks. It is not good anymore. Urseg's on the IL. Mason Miller is just one man. You cannot. The bridge to Mason Miller has collapsed. Now that being said, Charlie Morton's coming off of being a victim of a minus 300 fade. I just don't want to bet this team. I'll tell you right now, it's obviously A's or pass for me because this Braves team has not been good. I trust the Nationals, and I don't think it was a minus 300 fade. It was just me betting Jake Irvin. I just remember, not Jake Irvin, Trevor Williams, I should say.
Trevor Williams.
Yeah, so that was a good day there. But I just, there's just no way I can bet the A's here again with how annoyed and pissed off I was with them yesterday. And again, it's tough to get back-to-back dubs for this team. Now let's talk about Luis Medina, who we have not seen in quite a while. Jesus.
There's a reason.
Knee injury. Yeah, knee injury. Activated off the 60-day IL. So there we go. He had only three. Goddamn, they're just throwing this guy out there to the fucking wolves. That's crazy. So 3 rehab starts. 1 in the complex, which, that's just get your feet out there. He got crushed. Doesn't really matter, honestly. AAA was his last 2 starts. 2 1/3, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. 3 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs in his last start. 6 Ks, 2 walks. I do not expect him to be ready here, Connor. I would be pretty surprised if he came out here and threw well. So, I'll just say this again. Is a reason this game is not minus 300. So if I was you guys, free bet, I'd take the A's, but I want nothing to do with this game. Shout out to Troy Torrance, who's signaling a little cash cow action on the Braves here as well. So make those notes of you guys. Connor Mack, what do you think about this game?
Really, he likes this as a cash cow. Basically, they bounce back because this line though hasn't really moved for the Braves, right? I mean, open right around 255, 250, and it's just 240, 245.
Yeah, I had it at 240 opening, and then basically 4 cents of movement to the Braves there, and I had it at 250 at Bovada, and it stayed there as well.
Medina's awful, so I get it. And maybe the one thing, before the other day, the under hit the first game, it was 4-2. Braves won. A's come through yesterday. And the Braves maybe start, because the overs are going to come for this team. They've been one of the only teams that's just been unbelievable to the under. Jose, whether it's been at home or on the road. And Medina's another guy that they could probably get. Team total with them is 5.5. It is plus 105. I just, not right now with the Braves. Even after they finally hit the ball, I still don't trust this lineup. Someone put Ozuna. I mean, he's the one guy that's really been raking.
Man, he's a motherfucker, huh? Out of everyone in the lineup, it's shocking. Like, Austin Riley will be up there. I'm like, we're all right. Matt Olson will be up there. Easy strikeout. And fucking Marcell Ozuna comes up, who's like 40 years old, and I'm fucking quaking in my boots. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Austin Riley, he just hasn't done much. What our guy Justin, Albies has been better. What's he got, over 1.5 bases?
Yep,
I don't mind it. He's been okay. Harris now is in the leadoff spot.
My God. The defense for Michael Harris as well. Oh, God. I'm just going to keep complaining about the Braves because I keep fading them and they keep just being good. And it's just, God, Michael Harris and his defense in center field is fucking ridiculous at times.
Yeah. Charlie Morton off that horrible start, too. Seems like he could, a nice bounce back for him at home. Yeah. I mean, he got rocked. I mean, he gave it, 8 earned last time out. So let's get to the next one.
Nasty Nate likes both Devers and Wilyer Abreu over a half hit. Even money. Nice. Like that. And Eyeball likes Jared Kelenic hits as well. Shout out to you both. There. Rays, Orioles. Here, Cole Irvin, who is sneaky the second best pitcher on the staff this year, especially because how up and down the staff has been this year. Cole Irvin just been consistently pretty decent, just moving on along. I've been pretty impressed by Cole Irvin here, and I mentioned this. It's that last guy on the bubble in the rotation has to bring his shit, and he has to prove himself early. So those guys should be bet on, it seems like, for the next coming years. So Cole Irvin going back into the rotation for whatever reason. He went 2 appearances out of the bullpen. I don't know. I guess Grayson Rodriguez probably kicked him back into the bullpen, but he dominated throughout the whole time starting. Goes in the bullpen, 1 good relief outing, 1 bad one, and then comes back into the starting role. 5-inning shutout against the Red Sox. The Red Sox can't hit lefties. We've talked about this several times, but that's a great outing there, coming back out of the bullpen, and I'm impressed by that. Now let's talk about Rays against lefties. 119 weighted runs created plus last month against them. Pretty good. That is 4th best in the league there. 6th best in the league there. And by the way, full season, they're only 17th, 98. So they've been hitting them well recently. A stay off game for me. Maybe I lean towards the over here. Maybe the public has this over correct here with 95 and 95% of the bets and money on it here. Totals wise, that was that. Money line, 85% of the bets, 90% of the money on the Orioles here. Unsurprising. This line opened up at minus 135, and now on Bet Online, Bet Online has minus 125. Very interesting. And Bovada opened this up at minus 140. It's gone down a tick as well. Let's check out our friends at Heritage. Heritage opened this up at minus 132. and now it is minus 125. So it might be a little Orioles struggle here today. Very interesting, according to the line. Totals wise, this opened up at an 8 and is now 9 across the board. Jesus. Connor, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I think there could be some runs in this one. I get it. Not crazy, but some of these Rays hit Cole Irvin good. Because he's not 5-2 with a 2.84 ERA. Jose, we know this guy walks people.
Yeah.
But his last few starts have been good. And like at Cincinnati, I know the Reds were scuffling them, but at Kansas City, he's been good even on the road. And just was good against the Red Sox because it's scratch. But the Rays, I can't trust their bats. This is, we talked about money all over the O's, won the first couple in the series, but this line's dropping. Zach Littell, he's been all right. You know, he's given up the long ball. That's his problem. But he's an innings eater, 6 inning type dude. So I like Rays or nothing. I'm off here, though. We'll get to some bets a little bit, but I'm off.
Yeah, we will get to some bets very shortly because I'm off on this game and I'm off on this next game as well. Bassett versus the Pirates. Our good friend Quinn Priester, back in our lives here. You know, Quinn, I haven't seen Gagnon, obviously, and shout out to Gagnon, unfortunately, who Quinn Priester.
Our guy Gagnon, does he got the pigeon? Is his icon? Is that our guy?
I think so, yes.
He's had a pigeon?
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately for him, he took the position that Quinn Priester was the worst pitcher in baseball, and then he quickly got shouted down, and we haven't seen him since. Unfortunately, have not seen him since. But every time I see Quinn Priester, I think of him and his wherever he is now. Shout out to you, Gagnon. Let's talk about Quinn on the bump here. Believe coming off an IL stint. No, he actually got sent down, and just call him coming back up. So that's very interesting. You guys know that I and Jimmy both enjoy pitchers that taste the major leagues, you know, struggle, get sent back down, have to eat the shit in the minors, and then get called back up for a second chance. I do like that. His last minor league appearance, obviously, was amazing. 7 innings, 1 hit, shot only 3 Ks, 2 walks, and he hit someone as well. But 7 innings, 1 hit ball, that always plays. Before that, 4 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs. 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. So very interesting. But I do like Quinn Priester today. I think this could be a good outing for him. And by the way, that 7-inning shutout performance was on a back-to-back, seeing the team for a second time. So that's impressive nonetheless. This is interesting. Maybe we can see an under in this game. Chris Bassett, obviously, on the other side. We know what he is at this point. Very good. Hit or miss at times, but he's still a good pitcher. 93% of the bets and money on the over in this game, Connor Mack. And we have gone from an 8 minus 120. Not much movements. We're actually starting to see some 8.5s on the board, which is interesting. What do you think about this game?
8.5. Yeah, Pirates too have a little bit lately moved up against righties. They were big yesterday. That was the one I was kicking myself. I didn't take. Can you back Quinn Priester here? Because this price is way too big for the Jays. I know Bassett's on the mound, but I can't back them at all. And you have to take them on the minus the half. What's the Jays team total here? That's what I wanted to double check. I'm sure the 4.5 has got a juice, but that's what I'd look to. It seems like they'll get 3 or 4.
I got minus 110.
That's tempting here. Yeah. I don't know if I could trust this offense. They've been better as of late. You know, Vladdy's hitting a little bit, and Bouquett, man, but it is hard to get to. I'm off. You have anything here?
No, I'm off as well. Shout to Nutflush Allen in the chat. Nutflush. Unfortunately, I now have bad associations with your name now, and your best friend Aaron Brooks, Nutflush.
Wow.
Aaron Brooks was the pitcher yesterday. Aaron Brooks, the pitcher of the A's, fishing buddies with Nutflush Allen. They hang out all the time.
Beautiful.
They're best friends. And I was ready, Connor Mack. I was ready to just send a nice fillet to the Nufflush residents and say, for Aaron Brooks. And then he took that filet and just shoved it up my ass. That's what Aaron Brooks did. So shout out to you, Nufflush.
With all the shit up your ass. It's a little.
That's how it felt, Connor. That is how it
Jesus.
felt. That is how it felt. It was a bad time.
All right.
Arizona Diamondbacks, New York Metropolitans here. Oh, my God. It was the worst. Brandon Pfaadt versus Jose Quintana. And then after today, I'm never going to mention this game again. And no one in my life around me cares, Connor. Like, does Helga care that the Oakland A's blew an 8-9 lead in the 5th inning? No. Did I freak out when the A's took an 8-3 lead and I was fist pumping in front of Helga? And then 20 minutes later, she sees me dejected, motherfucking myself, and she had no idea why? Yeah, that did happen. But goddamn, it's a fucking roller coaster, Connor.
What does she say? Just nothing?
She just sits there. She just sits there just looks at me like I'm crazy. And then when I'm going crazy, like I'm not even yelling because now I live in an apartment. I'm just fist pumping, doing random motions with my arms, and then oh god, and then just dejection. And Nufflush, I was on first 5 full game, so your boy Aaron Brooks folding up there in the 5th inning was not ideal for the Bouquett residents. Not ideal for morale. Great game here, though, we have pitching-wise. Pfaadt, obviously, one of the friends. And, yes, you know me, JPZ. You know how it goes, JPZ. Pfaadt, I love. He's one of my guys. But
I don't.
the market is saying that it is a Mets kind of day. And I thought the Mets were going to get on a bit of a run after that whole players only meeting, et cetera, et cetera. They lose yesterday, but I do think the Mets are kind of a bet on team in the next few weeks, or I should say next week, maybe. I don't know how long this bump is going to last, but I had to stay off Pfaadt today. 48% of the bets, 58% of the money on the Diamondbacks. Pretty split there. A rare split game. And this is the lowest percentage of bets and money on the over you'll see today, Connor. And it's hilarious. 85% of the bets, 78% of the money on the over. That is the lowest it'll be all day for during the show. We'll see how it updates, but that is just tough. So I like Pfaadt. Quintana is just he's a good pitcher. I can't believe that he's this old and was so bad for a while and now has figured it out at age 35. That's just crazy to me. But he's been pitching well, even though he's 1-5 now. 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs against the Dodgers. That's a great start. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs against the Cleveland Guardians. Both teams are very good offensively this year. So you'd take that against most teams. I'm just staying off this game. It seems like a Met spot. I'd be on the under here perhaps as well, but nothing for me. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough to trust Pfaadt. I think he's got good stuff. We'll get to a guy, later, the Dodgers and Stone that's turning around. They have good stuff. They just got kind of rocked. He was very good in the playoffs. Hasn't been great again. He's been hit on the road. And I always talk about him, long ball is his problem. I can't take the Mets. Maybe they hit Pfaadt here. I don't believe it. D-backs I haven't loved a ton, but one thing, and they've been good to me, except that one home game against the Marlins. I had them where I lost 3-0 with Braxton Garrett. They got shut down. All year long, they've hit lefties, and they have great numbers against Quintana. Until the Mets start winning baseball games, give me the D-backs here. And their team total, you mentioned it. Both these pitchers, not great. And this numbers keeps 8.5 to 8. It's just, do you want to take an under with these two? Yeah. And then the D-backs team total is 3.5 minus 140. No, I'll just take the D-backs to win here.
Yeah.
It's minus 105.
Agreed. I'd rather do that as well. I think if I wasn't such a scurry cat, I would be on the Diamondbacks as well, at least first 5. But I honestly, I say first 5, and I've lost so many bets this year betting the Mets and their bullpen blowing it. So I should say full game. So yeah, no action for me here. And Craig, unfortunately, those are full unit bets on the fucking A's first 5 full games. So I'm griping about full units at the very least, not half.
Just split.
Yeah, just disgusting. Fuck off, these fucking A's. Let's go to Rangers Marlins and continue talking about my ass here soon. Because the Marlins I took Marlins first 5 full game. It was disgusting. I mean, nothing, no show from them. Now we've got Andrew Heaney, who is, I just realized we're battling 1-6 pitchers here, Connor. Andrew Heaney versus good old fucking Trevor Rogers, who I think the turning point perhaps of his season was throwing his glove and just like throwing a temper tantrum in the bullpen, or in the dugout, I should say. After a start, he had a shit start and he just fucking freaked out. And then the next start, he was great. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's it. Andrew Heaney's last few appearances, his last one was out of the pen, 2 1/3, 2 hits, no earned runs. Philadelphia, he started, got crushed. Well, not even crushed. 3 1/3, 9 hits, and 3 1/3, 9 hits. That's kind of crazy. 4 runs, 3 of them earned on a home run there. LA Angels, 3 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. It just really depends. What are we getting from Andrew Heaney? And again, what are we getting from Trevor Rogers? I just don't know. And the Rangers against lefties last month have been horrible. Yeah, but is Trevor Rogers the lefty you want to do this with? It's 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run. They just smashed Ryan Weathers, who I thought was going to pitch well, and now we're getting another one here. But again, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run against the Padres. That's pretty good. Not good against the Brewers. 3 2/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and then Detroit before that, 5 shutout. And that was coming off his temper tantrum. So I stayed off this game as well. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get there. Again, 94 and 93% of the money on the over, and 73% of the bets, 93% of the money on the Rangers here. Connor, take it away. Any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, this has moved to the 8.5. No way as a favorite now. Would you want to back the Rangers? I think they got the win yesterday. You mentioned they haven't been good against lefties. Marlins haven't either. They get shut out. They've been better though of late. The bats for this Marlins team, the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm close. I think I'm gonna move here on the Marlins. I just wanted to go over a couple things. Now they haven't been good against lefties all year. Jose, I think they're right around 27th. Do you have the 2 weeks? I gotta pull up the 2. Do you have 2 weeks?
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick here. The last 2 weeks specifically for the old Marlins, from the 19th to today. Marlins against righties. No, there's lefties because they're Andrew Heaney. Excuse me. They are 14th, 97 weighted runs created plus, and 140 plate appearances. So a little below average.
Yeah, Rogers was good his last start. He's been walking people, though. That just drives me nuts. What's crazy today is player prop. Corey Seager. It says home runs plus 525. The guy's on a 13-game hitting streak. Unless he sits, when I was waiting on lineups, he's in. I just think that was crazy. I have to look up his over 1.5 bases. I just looked up the home run. How do you not take him? Jose, 14-game hitting streak.
He's fucking
plus 525.
Dabby Cab's been eating off of him recently as well.
I've had him too. I had him, I think, on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm gonna have a piece of that home run plus 525 for sure, and I'll have the 1.5. I just want to look up the price. You know what he hit? I want to pull this up too. What, left on left. He can get sloppy, sometimes roll over, but hits lefties. This year hasn't been great. Last year at 314 with 7 homers, and the year before that, in only 200 at bats, he had 14 jacks against lefties. And I know him from his Dodger days. It's not a problem. The lefty thing for Seager. So maybe that's why the number's a little higher.
Okay, I'm gonna stay off here. This is gonna be an interesting game, and enough blushing. Maybe the Rangers went out last night. Old Saturday night in Miami, maybe.
I like the price here for the Marlins.
Yeah, again, I'd lean Marlins here, and I'd probably be on the Marlins if I didn't just lose my ass on them here, because the line is moving towards towards the Marlins ever so slightly. So no action here for me. Let's move on here to another one of my guys in a tough spot. Jake Irvin, a guy that I've backed several times this year. It's just every time not every time, but the last few times I've backed him, the Nationals offense have had nothing, absolutely nothing for me. And it's been quite frustrating. Like I'm pretty sure his last start was a 1-0 that really pissed me off. But he went 6 shutout against the Atlanta Braves, 10 Ks, 2 walks. I was probably too pussy to back him there. Minnesota, he went 6 in the third, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs allowed there. So just really 2 bad pitches. Also, elsewise dominated. And then 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs against the Philadelphia Phillies, who I consider the best team in baseball. So very interesting. I just don't think this is the spot for him. I think the Guardians' offense is scary. They're 4th best against it's lefties. Let me switch to righties here. They are full season. Oh, full season. They're actually not as good, obviously. I mean, they have guys like David Fry hitting, apparently, who's god against lefties.
Yeah. He's eating.
15th against righties, full season, exactly even 100 weighted runs created plus. And righties, last 2 weeks, Connor, since I've got it up, 6th, 114 weighted runs created plus. So, yeah, they've been hitting them. And if you've watched this show throughout the whole season, you guys will know that this Cleveland Guardians team has crushed me because I have bet unders on their games, and they always find a way to hit their other guys. So, no action for me here. If anything, honestly, I thought about leaning first 5 under here as well. And maybe Jake Irvin first 5 here, but no action. Carlos Carrasco is coming off the IL, so we'll see how they'll go with that. But no action. What do you think?
I like it. Nats, baby. Nats first 5 in this one. Carrasco, you mentioned off the IL with the bum neck. He wasn't even pitching good before he went off. These Nats have hit him. You know, a lot of these guys, Rosario with the Braves, but the lineup they have out, that's why I don't want to double check here. They hit him hard. This was a note I took this morning. 346, 104 at bats. They hit him good. So I want the Nats here early and often. I know the Guardians have been really, really good. And I talked about I felt lucky getting that full game under yesterday. I'll say after it was 3-2 in about the 3rd inning. But I think there's value here with the Nats. So I'm on the first 5. Never full game with them. Give me a first 5.
Oh my God. And Connor, I mean, I've heard you say this about the Rockies. Always bet the Rockies first 5. Don't bet them full game because that bullpen collapse coming.
Definitely. What do we? This number, I think there's still 110s here. Nats first 5. Like it. Bag
Right.
Guardians here.
I agree with you. I lean Nats. And Craig Wood saying Nats up. Yeah. And Barry Smith likes the Nats. Man, I guess, do I have to bet the Nats? Is this your Barry Smith play of the day? Is this what this is going to be, Barry? Okay, I like the Nats here too. I will write them down and consider putting them on my first 5 card here as well. I love Jake Irvin. He's, like I said, he's one of my guys this year. So
he's been, he doesn't have the record, like Williams, but I mean his ERA is right there. I mean he's 2-5, so just kind of some shit luck on the wins.
Yeah, and not flush saying Carrasco is still a guy he likes to fade, so I agree with that. Barry, let us know what your Barry Smith play of the day is. 0-1 so far, Barry. Need to know. White Sox Brewers, and we get to the first, the only, I should say, minus 300 of the day. We're back at it again, Connor. Now, this one's a little more obviously tenuous because this opened up, I believe, at minus 250. I think it was what it opened up at minus 260, excuse me. And now it is all the way up to minus 300. Concerning, sure. Obviously, 94% of the bets, 98% of the money on the Milwaukee Brewers. But Connor, it's a mantra. At this point, I should have it tattooed on one of my ass cheeks. No baseball team should be minus 300 against anyone. They just shouldn't. I will always take the other side here. And this is going to be a triple up, and I'm not excited about it. I'm not going to lie. Shout to Nut Flush Allen. We talked about the team total yesterday. I'll ride today. So first 5 full game, Chicago White Sox on my card. First 5 plus 235, full game plus 255, and team total over 2.5. Full game, 2.5. Can the White Sox just get 3 whole runs for me? Minus 120, unfortunately. But 3 runs, Chicago? If I'm betting you to win this game, I'm betting you to score 3 runs. So I am on the White Sox. Freddie Peralta, we obviously know he's been solid all year. The Brewers have been good. But are they really minus 300 good?
Let's get
I
in
don't
there.
think so. I don't know. And the White Sox, I know, are exceedingly bad. But can they have one moment of glory? I need it here today. So let's see what you think.
Yeah, this is huge. You know how I hate the Brewers, Jose, so I get it. But how can you bet Chicago White Sox right now? They did kind of go on that little bit of run. They lost 10 straight. The streak's awful. I don't even know why they're starting him. Their bullpen at times has been okay. It's like, man, just have this guy pitch an inning and get him out or 2. I mean, look at the walks here, Jose. He gives it to Lombo 4, 6, 5. Me at 2 in that first start. Brewers rip righties. Just I want nothing to do with this game. As much as I love the dog, I can't take Chicago White Sox. No freaking way. I think Nutflush was asking. I like this too. I was trying to get minus 110. I'm gonna look around the Nats team total. It's only 3.5.
Yeah, I have minus 130. I just checked it. I was disgusted by it.
Yeah, I see just DraftKings 115. I have to look around, but if I can get 110, I'll be on the 3.5 too with the Nats. That team total. Just gotta find it.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun game. I'm gonna be. I don't even want to watch this game. I'm probably not gonna watch. I'm gonna probably watch other games. Yeah, I have basically all my action on this one game, but I just don't want to watch. I'm good here. And yes, Craig Wood. This is the beauty of Say Hey Plays, Connor. Every day is something different. Yesterday we were just talking cornfields, talking about how we're all going to migrate to Chicago, Illinois. I think it's just Illinois in general. We're gonna all go Illinois. Yeah.
No, Illinois.
We're saying the same thing. Illinois.
No S. No Illinois.
We're all gonna go there. We're gonna take a cornfield. Yeah, Illinois. We're gonna get our cornfield. And now today we're just talking about my ass this whole day. So, it all depends on what it is. And shout out to Troy, who's also Illinois native as well. So Troy, let us know if you can hook us up with a cornfield or 2 as well. And shout out to Illinois in general. All right.
Who taught you that?
English is my second language,
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I forgot. That's
obviously that's my crutch that I can use there. It's nice. And maybe it's a Virginia thing. I don't know. Padres Royals. And goddamn these Royals. I want them to be good. I just, why can they not do this? Like I've wanted to back them, and it's just so annoying to watch them just lose. And thank God I haven't, which is nice. But Cole Ragans against Michael King, and shout out to the Padres, by the way, who's about to hit a rough spell. No Yu Darvish, and no Joe Musgrove again, I believe it was, that got hurt. So God bless Dylan Cease. Good luck. So here we go, Connor. Cole Ragans, who, I mean, I go back and forth on how good he is. Like, I haven't backed him much this year, honestly. And he's been kind of tough to back because it's not like he's a secret. Everyone found out about him last year, and the books kind of have always shaded lines towards him, making it tougher for me to bet him, obviously. 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 Ks, 1 walk against Minnesota, 6 shutout, 12 Ks, 3 walks against Detroit, 7 shutout against Oakland. He's just rolling. Now, now King again. And it feels like this whole card today, Connor, is filled with pitchers that I just can't get my head around. I don't know exactly what to make of them. Michael King, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run against the Miami Marlins. What you should do against the Marlins. 6 2/3, 4 hits, 3 earned runs against Cincinnati. I just don't know how good he is, Connor, and I lean Royals again, but sharp action, bigger bets seem to be on the Padres. 29% of the bets, 54% of the money on Los Fathers here in this line. Has trickled up a little bit, opened up at minus 125, up to minus 130. So not much movement, but I'm not going to move on this game. I lean Royals, honestly, and it's just not something I want to put my cash on here, especially at a minus 130 price.
Yeah, you know what you got to do with the Padres? Get them away from home, from fucking Petco Park. They've just been awful there. Royals have been good that they dropped these first 2 games. Padres just, the bats finally waking up. Today, we'll see, though, the day here with Dragons, because the Padres have been dreadful. Jose off lefties. They're bottom of the league. They've been bottom of the league all year, and even worse the last couple of weeks. I think they're 27th full year. So, you know, with King, I don't know what we get to. I'm still like, because I don't think he's a starter. And when he gets rolling, he looks so good, you know. And then other times you're just like, this is why you're not a starter. When I see him pitch, I'm like, this is why you need to be a setup guy. So, you know, the bats are hot for the Padres. But if you look at hitting lefties, they haven't hit nothing. And this is a big home game here for Dragons. I think it's Royals or nothing here. I lean under, too, which is tough to say after all these runs the last few days. But this has gone from 8.5 to 8. I want the first 5 under 4.5. We only have 4s, though. Full game. So.
Okay. Well, I'm off. Morgan Spooner backing Dragons, likes Dragons, and saying back him until his fucking arm falls off. Which makes sense. He's kind of, Cole Dragons is very Rookie of the Year, I think that movie is called, the kid with the Cubs. 2 TJs, and then fucking the last TJ, just whatever they put like a baboon ligament in his elbow, and now he's just fucking ready to go, just throwing heaters now. So shout out to Cole Dragons. Yeah, a lot of first 5 love for the Royals here. I agree with you guys. I lean Royals, but I didn't want to move on the game. And boy, the Royals need to improve their bullpen. Royals are definitely a first 5 team. For me, just right there with you. All right, keep it rolling. Reds, Cubs. I'm glad that Troy's in here so we can talk about Illinois' teams, the Chicago Cubs. Ben Brown, I like and I love. I think he's been a solid pitcher this year, but the Cubs have just yanked them around back and forth between starting and relieving. And it's kind of fucked up his flow a bit, but I think he's a quality pitcher that they should just use out of the rotation, and it seems like they're going to do that now. It's just crazy to me. He started 2 games, pitched really well. They're like, let's just throw him into the bullpen. And I said, okay, let's throw him back into the starting rotation again. And that fucked up his rhythm. So then they're like, okay, he's back to being bad. Let's throw him back into the bullpen. And then he starts throwing again. They're like, okay, you know what? Back to the rotation again. So he goes back to the rotation, but I guess he learned after his first start or his first stint in the bullpen to just stay ready to start, because who knows what the fuck the Cubs are going to do. And he's gone back-to-back, just great starts. Shut out the Brewers, who are very good, as you guys just saw. Minus 300 good. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with them? And then the Atlanta Braves, 4 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs there. Against Nick Lodolo, who, Connor, I was shocked to see Lodolo have a 4-2 record, because I feel like he's only pitched like 3 times this year. And I was like, how the fuck did this guy pitching? Like, I'm missing these guys' starts. Like, I just never see him. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run last time out against the Cardinals. 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned run against the Giants. That's just not something I wanted to back, really. I lean Cubs or nothing here. And a super low total as well, by the way. This super low total at 7 has got to mean that we've got some win factors here as well. So let me refresh Swish, since I have not refreshed it in a while.
It's not blowing in that crazy, though. I mean, it's blowing in
Really?
only like 7.
Yeah,
Do I
7
have?
mile an hour winds, 8 mile an hour winds ish, blowing straight in, but not that strong. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested to see why or what this money line, or excuse me, this totals market it's at, because this seems like it should be under City. This scheme is like it's trying to take you to the over, but this game is going to be an under here. 98% of the bets, 96% of the money on the over in this game, unsurprisingly, like we've been saying all day. This went from a 7.5 to a 7. Let me see what a first 5 did here, Connor, because this is screaming under for me here. Went from 4 to 3.5. I think I'm going to move on a first 5 under here, Connor. What are you going to do in this game?
Yeah, see, this is nothing against Lodolo and Brown. Like Nut was just put in there. 7s for Kershaw, Scherzer. I mean, just pitchers like that. It just takes like in the first 5 of 3.5. I gotta have Moose, the guy on the mound. Both pitchers, not just one. To take a 7. Because I think these teams could get over it. I know. I just can't take the 7, Jose. What's the first 5 here?
3.5. I'm getting minus 115.
Good luck to you. I can't do it. Ben Brown's been good. I don't trust these offenses. Cubs haven't been, very good as of late. This team's 29-30. The bats haven't been there at all. Ian Happ's started to swing it a little bit lately. So this was a pass for me. And what are the Cubs lefties? I had this earlier.
I also just looked at the bullpens as well. Cubs, Hector Neris has gone back-to-back days, so I don't think he goes, and that's probably their most reliable arm. So I'll stick to first 5, but I've been getting fucking hammered first 5s recently, so goddamn, let's fucking go here. I need this day to be good. So first 5 under here, 3.5, minus 115 for me, Connor.
All right, get it.
All right, let's keep it rolling here. Thank you guys, as always, for being here watching. And yes, Troy, the totals markets are infuriating recently. And by the way, Nutflush, I agree wholeheartedly that it's crazy to me that Nick Lodolo and Ben Brown are getting 7s here. But I think that's the point, and that's the cap for me here. Like with this, normally this is like 7.5, 8 at least, like 8.5. But I think this low total is trying to get everyone to bet the over, and then we'll get the under here. So it's nice.
Yeah, dicey. 3 and a hook.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweaty. I'll tell you that. Connor, I don't know if you
here with it up, our guy Cookie. Wind's blowing in light. It's only like 6 or 7, yes, but it is blowing in slightly. Shout out to Tori Coker, Markel, my dude. Barry, as always. Morgan, Jake Peasy. My dude, shout out to you. What's he like today? Red Sox, probably BJ's, Blue Jays, and Orioles. Get it, my dude. Doug, what's going on? Troy Torrance. Shout out to all you guys. Hit the damn like button. That's all we ask for. Lamont Williams, he had a 16er. Hell yeah.
Shout out to you, Lamont.
Dude, Lamont.
That's what dreams are made of right there as well. I've established, or I've in my head, I know I'm never going to hit a 16 parlay because I don't put them in. My goal is
you dream of it?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it'd be awesome. That'd be sick. But you can't make the dream happen if you never put the bets in. That's why I'm never going to win the lottery, unfortunately, and I dream of that as well. But my version of that is just hitting a huge horse race now. Like you're just hitting a gigantic exacta box or whatever the fuck. That's the way. That is the way to get your big score.
You will. You will, Jose. You will.
Thank you. Connor, I like getting sidetracked on things, and we've talked about this with the chat before as we get into Yankees Giants here. I can hear them right now is why I'm mentioning them. Connor, I have raccoons that are currently living in my air vents and or ceiling space, apparently.
In your air conditioning vent.
Oh yeah. This is them. Yeah, so they're just
sounds like you got a family. raccoons.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely not just one. It's definitely a familia because I've seen them as well, running around like outside, and then when they got to come back home, they just roll back in there. But as I say this morning, I heard one just rolling around, just doing whatever, and while I'm doing the show, I just look up and I just hear just fucking pitter pattering around. I'm just like, is this the fucking like this cannot be the neighbor's dog? Like it sounds like it's literally right above my fucking head. Like it is right above me, and it's just crazy. Dog. It's just crazy.
Holy shit!
So shout out
Craig
to my
said,
raccoon family.
Play him some soft music.
Okay, that's great. Any recommendations, Craig? I'd love. You guys know me. I don't know music. So I'd love some recommendations. And yeah, Doug, I do need to tax their ass. If I'm going to lose fucking gambling like this, I need additional sources of income. And if it's got to be taxing these raccoons, and, that might be the way. Yankees Giants here, Connor. Let's start about this. I'll start this way. I want the Giants here. And I think I am going to move on the Giants. Because, again, I did triple up on the White Sox here, so I do have to add some other plays to, balance that a little bit. But I do think that the Giants are in play here. I like them full game money line. Blake Snell has been horrific, obviously, this year to start. And we can see Jordan Montgomery obviously has not started the best either. So I do honestly think it's not the quality of pitcher. It's more just getting their shit together early. He went down, kind of worked some shit out, dominated in the minor leagues. Who cares? But he needed to kind of figure his shit out. And I think he's doing that as the season goes. His last two starts, still not good against Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. And the Yankees, they're the best offense against lefties? This is against righties. Let me check. Last month against lefties, Yankees are 8th, 115 weighted runs created plus. So not as good as their righty numbers, which is kind of nice. But I think Blake Snell has a good start here. And you guys know that I try to fade Nasty Nestor as much as possible here. So maybe this is more about Nestor Cortez than it is about Blake Snell. And by the way, Connor, I don't know about you, but when I see an 8 in San Francisco, that's like a fucking 10 in other places. Because San Fran, we're obviously seeing 7.5s a lot here. And an 8's pretty high here. So I think that's interesting. But I do kind of like the over here, but I like the Giants even more. Now let's talk about the market. 83% of the bets, 98% of the money on the Yankees. Everyone kind of expects that. But this opened up at a minus 142, Connor, and it is now down to minus 126. Yes. At Bet Online, it is opened up at Bovada at minus 150. It's now down to minus 135. So it is plummeting with all that money on the Yankees. So, market might kill me sometimes, but I still trust it. I'll trust it here. I already don't like Nestor Cortez. So I'll take the full game money line on the New York Giants plus 117 for me here, Connor.
I wanted to hit up Nut Flush is still in here. Like Giants team total 3.5 minus 105 because I like the Giants too.
Oh,
it's plus 120. You have to back Snell. This is the issue here. Giants have been they're middle of the pack. They're better than the Yankees against lefties. And the Yankees, the best record right now. Been great on this road trip. I had Giants game 1. They lost. I stayed off last night. Yankees jumped on them right away. And then now the thing is you have to trust Snell. But I have to think, can this Giants team get 4 runs? I think they can off Cortez. He's been awful on the road, Jose. He's just been the shits. And I don't think he was better. His control was better in that start against the Angels. But he gave up 2 right away. I think it was a homer. I can't remember. Then he kind of settled down, and he just went 5. But this guy is 6 ERA on the road. If I can get even money, I see this minus 105. I'll take the Giants team total.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to move on that team total as well, Connor. I agree. That's the low number, 3.5 minus 105. I like. a lot. So I'm on that as well with you now. By the way, Craig Wood recommended some Marvin Gaye and Luther Vandross.
Yeah, classic.
So I'll be
Can't go wrong.
as well. Helga has a record player, so I'll go get some records as well to make it sound real nice for my raccoon friends up there. You know, Connor, I can't wait one fucking day, and I hope I'm live for this because I have an air vent like 2 feet from me. That they're just gonna fucking fall to the floor. That's gonna boom, and then there's
what if you just
15 raccoons just in my fucking apartment, and I'll just be like, you know what? I'm glad I was live for this because this is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. They look cute, Connor. They got little hands. They got little fucking bandanas on.
Don't take them. Great. I know. Not all of them are cute. Yeah. Right. As soon as you go, come here, little buddy, you're gonna get bit. Blake Snell, too. Let's get back to him real quick. He just didn't have any spring like he talked about, and he's just got shelled, and he went, on the IL. Maybe it's going to take some time. This guy has 2 Cy Young awards.
Yeah.
Jose, which is nothing against him. It's crazy, though.
And the best part about it, too, Connor, is that's one of the more unique 2 Cy Youngs is that in all of his other season, he does not get Cy Young votes. And then when he gets Cy Young votes, he wins the Cy Young. Like it's crazy. Like he's like shit for all his other years or like just average, whatever. Then just pops up for 2 years just to be the best pitcher. And even last year, was he really like the best pitcher? Like he was, I guess, but it was, it is what it is. It's very funny. But shout out to Blake Snell and his 2 Cy Youngs. Let's talk about our next game. Seattle Mariners, Houston Astros. Seattle Mariners, Los Angeles Angels. Canning versus Castillo. By the way, the Angels DFA'd Reed Detmers. I got sad there. Reed Detmers, one of his last believers over here. So shout out to Reed Detmers. But Griffin Canning has been quality all year. I'm sure Jimmy would find Jimmy.
Quality.
Yeah, Jimmy loves fucking Griffin Canning. He loves himself some Griffin Canning, and he started off shit. You're right about that. But he's been solid the last few starts as well. And yes, he started off 5 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 6 earned runs. But from then, last 3 starts, 3 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, and I'll even throw the shutout in there as well. So he's been not bad. And against Houston and New York, quality starts there for who he is. Now, I think he can do it again here, and I think minus almost 200 for the Mariners is a little excessive. It's funny. I'm going to say that Griffin Canning has been quality all year, and I'm going to tell you that Luis Castillo has not been good all year, and that's just purely based off expectations, honestly. It's just we expect Luis Castillo to be shut out, blah, 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 blah. But his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts, he's given up 2 earned runs every time, which is kind of funny. But if I'm going to be honest, with a total of 5, and if I think Luis Castillo gives up 2 runs, you might be SOL on a first 5. You just might be fucked there. So I'm not going to move on this game. For me, it's obviously Angels or pass. Again, big dog price. Don't hate it. 90% of the bets, 94% of the money on the Seattle Mariners here. This money line opened up at 187 and has gone up to a minus 200. And for the money or sort of total markets here, 93% of the bets, 93% of the bets and 90% of the money on the over. Unsurprisingly here, not much movement. Actually, this opened up at 7.5 at Bovada, Bet Online, and it went down. Yeah, all across the board now. So 7.5 openers now down to 7. So Griffin Canning might have having himself a decent start. What do you guys think in the chat? O'Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, Griffin Canning, who's been ass early on, but he has been a bit better. He wasn't as bad as he was early on in the year. Mariners, finally, the bats are a little bit, but I don't trust them at all, Jose. I kind of like the Angels here. First 5.
Trust them either.
Not at this price. And they just won 9-0 yesterday, 5-4 the day before. Both went over. But before that, so it's 20. I mean, out of the 30 games, 20 have gone under Mariners home games, and that's the last 2 went over. So we see the 7.5 to 7. We got an over ump here. Dreckman, 2. 10-1 to the over. He's only had 2 games. He had a 6 and a 9. We got 20 runs, 14 runs, 18 runs, 13 runs, 12, 13.
God damn.
Over ump. And this has gone from 7.5 to 7. So that keeps me off the total. As much as I see a 7 with this, I want the over here too. But just keep it lean.
I stay off the Angels as well, and Connor leaning towards the over. That's crazy. Umpire stats are always fascinating to me as well.
Yeah,
I
always glance at them. You know, when
that's crazy.
If you already like an under and I have an under ump, you know, the other guy, Angel Hernandez, thank God he's retiring, but I used to like to take his unders for the years.
Sweet, sweet Angel. What a guy that is. All right, let's go to Dodgers Rockies. And I do have a play in this game, Connor. For some reason, the Dodgers are on my shit list. I just fade them.
You love the Dodgers. What are you talking about?
I love to fade the Dodgers. I don't know what it is. I just and again, everyone knows how I feel about the Dodgers. I'll say it again. I think fucking what's his name? Their coach Dave Roberts gets fired this year after a very disappointing playoff performance again. And then Alex Cora becomes their manager, and then I throw myself off a balcony. But they're just good. They're just really fucking good. And they beat the Rockies yesterday. But now we've got one of my guys in the rotation again on the mound. The king of the first 5 innings last year, Austin Gomber, who's pitched quietly pretty well. And I respect Austin Gomber's work. I think I should probably blindly tail him, or not tail him, but back him every time. First 5 here. I don't know if I'm going to blindly do it, but I do like it here today, and I'm going to move on at Connor. And I got first 5 plus a half at plus 140. I was like, oh, great. Fuck yeah. Gavin Stone. I mean, I know he's been good, or better, I should say, but let's get 2 Rockies runs and let's just hold them to 2-2 tie. Let's get out of here. That'd be great. But I'm on Rockies first 5 plus a half here. I like that plus 140 price is very appealing to me. Market here, you guys will not be surprised. 96% of the bets and money on the Dodgers here. And on the total, 93% of the bets and money on the over. Connor, your squad, Dodgers, Rockies.
Yeah, I was just double checking. Last year, they had 1 start in LA, 5 innings, 2 runs. That's what I take, here,
yeah.
Jose. They've hit him a little bit more in Colorado. I was going to go through the last couple, maybe like 3 years ago, just to look. Yeah, Austin Gomber missed the first 5 last year. Was money, and he's been the one that back here. Can't go full game. First 5. Dodgers hit 308 off him. But Chris Taylor, he can't anything anymore. Surprisingly, Will Smith's 0 for 9. Freddie Freeman.
Is Chris Taylor still employed?
Let's not even talk about that. Come on. How does he have a job?
Oh, my God. He is so bad. He must be a great guy. He has to be the greatest guy in the locker room ever.
Yeah, I guess he's a great teammate. But Ohtani, 3 for 6. Mookie, 2 for 5. So 65 at bats, 20 hits. Dodgers hit 308 off him. But yeah, I think it's a Rockies first 5 or nothing here. Dodgers just didn't score a ton of runs yesterday. I don't think they looked great. Gavin Stone's been lights out lately. He kind of had 1 start against the D-backs where he gave up 4. But this is what they thought he could maybe be. But now this price with him is big. It's just the Rockies on the road is always a little bit different. But if we can get a few runs with Gomber, I think Rockies first 5.
Yeah, let's
3.
Ride,
you could go first 3.
Yeah.
Everyone has that in those books.
I like that look, nasty Nate as well. If I had first 3, I'd double. Well, I wouldn't double up because I can't do that anymore. I'm just gonna whip myself 10 times if I double up on fucking games that are not minus 300s. Good fucking God. All right,
and this one isn't. So you go first 5. You want you don't want that shitty bullpen.
I do not want.
They're dead last. Yeah, well, them and the Rangers right now. I think But yeah.
That's so funny to me that I shit on the Rangers bullpen for fucking a full year last year, and they finally became the shitholes that I thought they were going to be. They just decided to put it all together last year. It was very frustrating. But yeah, it's crazy to me that I just cannot believe Chris Taylor has a job. Every time I watch him hit, it makes me fucking physically ill. Just
stop. I know.
Fucking. The only reason he's there is because he's playing the field. Is he playing infield right now? Because I was like, I don't know if James Outman's still in AAA. They sent him down.
They sent him down. So
For
he's just kind of hanging around. Yeah, for Taylor, and they brought up Vargas. I don't know how much he's going to be there, Taylor. So.
Well, again, I don't think the Dodgers win the World Series this year, and this is probably going to be reasons why.
I'm good.
All right, last game here, real quick. Let's talk about it. Cardinals, Phillies. My old friend Lance Lynn back on the bump against Taijuan Walker, who's coming off of his worst start of the season, which typically I'd say is a nice time to back someone. But let's talk about it here. His last start, 6 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned against the San Francisco Giants, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against Texas, and a pretty mediocre 3 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against the New York Metropolitans. On the other side, again, Lance Lynn, boy, oh boy, I go back and forth with this guy, man. I struggle to back him. I fade him, and he does well. It's just one of those things I can't really get a good read on him, even though he's so gigantic. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, 5 Ks, 3 walks at Cincinnati, 6 shutout innings against Baltimore. 6 innings, only 1 run, but it was not earned. So dominance there, and then he struggles against the Angels before that. 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs. It's tough to say when he struggles. I'm not gonna lie. I find it very difficult to find out this, and we'll go with the market. 88% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Phillies still. That's excessive. I'll tell you that. This opened up at -130. It has gone up at the very least. -139 now at Bovada. At Bet Online. I don't know why I keep mixing those up, but whatever. -139 at our friends at Bovada. -147 now. It was opener, or 139 was the opener. Heritage, let's check them as well, because they're showing a -132, the cheapest price you can get for the Phillies there, a -131 opener. Not scared at all about all that money on the Phillies, saying, here, we'll keep it the same price. You guys like it? Keep betting. 92% of the bets, 91% of the money on the over in this game. This total did go from a 8.5 to a 9, and we are starting to see 9.5s pop up across the board here as well. So it does seem like we're going to get some Sunday night action here, some Sunday night fireworks here. But I struggle. I go back and forth with trying to fade Lance Lynn. I just cannot do it. So I lean over. I see Justin McKelvey has the over 9 in his pocket. Jake Burns likes the over 9. I lean that way with you guys. Maybe a Phillies team total over, but I don't want any action on this game. Connor, what do you think?
That's what I was kind of looking at. Phillies team total here. I had it circled. I'm in a way. They don't have great numbers off Lance Lynn. And Lance Lynn's hanging on here. He's been all right. But on the road, he's given up a little bit more. And that's where I think the Phillies could get to. I think he even go Phillies first 5 team total. I'm looking at that. I'm going to be on something in this one. I think if you had the over, if you got the 8.5 for this morning would have been nice. Because there's even a 9.5 I saw it pop up here at Bookmaker.
Yeah, some are starting to pop up.
Yeah, you talked about it. Sunday night fireworks, a bunch of runs, maybe Walker. And he's gotten hit by this Cardinals team. Cardinals finally playing some better baseball. Goldschmidt 5 for 10, 3 doubles and a homer. Look for him.
Yeah, he's officially my total base hypothetical play of the day. So I hope he does cash so I can feel more confident about potentially betting these total bases in the future.
You know what, Jose? He's gonna cash.
Yeah,
he's off one hit yesterday, a double.
I'm 2-0 on these already, Connor, by the way. Again,
Really? What were they? Who are the guys?
I'm tracking. I'm going to track this for a month, and if I have a good enough winning record, in my opinion, I will bet them. But my first one, and the one that got me really started on this, was Justin McKelvey betting Mountcastle, and Mountcastle against Savali. Just dominated him. Great numbers, easy casher. And then yesterday, we took good old David Fry, who I mentioned earlier about crushing lefties. Yep. So that was very fun. And now today, third day, it is Paul Goldschmidt. And again, it's not like I'm doing like this super in-depth research on this, ladies and germs. It's just going to StatHead, ranking, and they have a tab where you can see players versus the starters, and it has all of them in a list. And I just go who has the highest OPS, and with a decent amount of plate appearances. And our good old friend Paul Goldschmidt, like you said, 10 plate appearances, 5 hits, a home run, 5 RBIs, a 1,600 OPS. So we'll take that. And I was my other one real quick, Connor. I was almost interested in Fred Freeman today. Again, same thing, 10 hits, 10 plate appearances, 5 hits, a home run, 1,400 OPS. And I also considered one that was a little off the board here, Connor, a very interesting one if I could find him. Riley Adams, I believe it is. Yeah, Riley Adams, catcher for the Washington Nationals here. He is 9 plate appearances, 5 hits, 2 home runs against Carlos Carrasco. So, but
you see all the numbers of the Nats off Carrasco?
I
Garcia,
want to take the Nats.
Lane Thomas. Winker's got pretty good numbers. Rosario.
Shout out to Jeffy Winker, by the way, who looks completely different now. Unrecognizable for what he once looked like, but he's been pretty solid this year for the
Nationals. How about Joey Gallo? New father. They thought it was Davis here for the Raiders. 70-year-old man. No, it's Joey Gallo. That's what I thought.
That whole story was hilarious. I was like, how is Mark Davis, or I like to call him Al Davis still for whatever reason. How the fuck is Mark Davis fucking? I was like, what? And then shout out to Joey Gallo, I guess.
But obviously he wasn't fucking her.
No. But yeah, Joey Gallo is actually kind of funny guy. I kind of like Joey Gallo. I've seen some videos of him. He's been pretty funny. So, but no action for me here, Connor. Did you have anything official now? You were looking at a first 5 team total over for the Phillies.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna wait, but I'm gonna look at that Phillies. Yeah, team total, either full game or first 5.
All right. Well, beautiful work here, Connor Mack. What a day. I especially need to have a successful day here because yesterday was very, very, very frustrating as well. So I can't wait to get this day and see how this goes. But I'll recap my action. And by the way, shout out to Dami Gun Ricci in the chat. Nice to see Dami Gun in the chat. Again, nice seeing you. Always miss having Dami in the chat and hope you're doing well. Hope the family is doing well as well. All right, let's recap our action here. I told myself I'm not tripling up or doubling up on spots, but here we are. White Sox, the minus 300 fade back into effect. Full game plus 255, first 5 plus 235, and team total over 2.5 minus 120. Again, Connor, I wish you could have felt the joy in my body when the A's made it 8-3. I really wish you could have felt how happy I was at that moment. And I hope no one has to feel the pain
I was too.
After.
I had full game, Jose. So I was like the pain of your first 5. And I didn't put like a full unit on it. So, but still, wow. I felt pain.
Man, it's so funny. But yeah, so we're on the White Sox tripled up there. Giants double up for me. Full game money line plus 117 and another team total there 3.5 minus 105. Nut Flush Allen's fingerprints all over my card here today. Rockies first 5 plus 0.5 plus 140. Chicago Cubs Reds, first 5 under 3.5, minus 115. And my last edition, Washington Nationals, first 5 money line. Let's fucking go, Jake Irvin. I believe in you. Plus 105 for me ends my card. And then again, we just talked about Paul Goldschmidt, so I'm not going to go over that again. But goddamn, Connor, we need it here today, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Let us know what you are on here today.
Yeah, I'll hit up these couple jacks because normally people ask. The Steger I talked about, plus 525. The Goldie, plus 480. Ketel Marte, plus 450 there. And that's it. I was looking at a couple more. Freddie Freeman, Ty France, but Reynolds. I'm going to stay off. But those three for the jack. Nats, first 5 plus 110. And I just need to find the team total, Jose. I think I can get a minus 110. Maybe that 3.5 with the Nats. I got to look around. Marlins, plus 117. Screw the Rangers there. D-backs, minus 105. Giants team total, over 3.5. Even money. And Rockies, first 5, plus 205. Rockies, baby. Let's get it. And I'm waiting on that Phillies.
Now let's fucking go, Rockies.
Team total in that one.
Let's fucking go, Rockies. Yeah, let's have a day, Connor. Let's have a fucking day.
I've been doing well. Let's keep it rolling. I need you to have a day.
I need to get to that path, Connor. I'm just trying to be like you guys here, having good days here, and let's do it here today. I appreciate all you guys, especially on a Sunday morning. There's a lot of options you guys could be doing here, and I appreciate you guys spending the time with me, my guy Connor here on Pub Sports Radio. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We're wrapping this bitch up. Thank you, Morgan Spooner. Your comments have been great today, so thank you, Corbin. And I have made some notes of them. You did. I do like your new notes about how the Rangers offense is supposed to progress here from this regression. So thank you, Morgan. Justin, thank you for dropping stacks as always. Stacks reminder, guys. Over 1.5 bases for Ozzy Albies, I believe it was. Wasn't that? Justin, I already forgot.
Albies.
Yeah,
Albies.
Okay. So Albies today, over 1.5 bases. Black Santa bets. Thank you for spreading Christmas cheer. Black Santa bets. I appreciate you. Peter
Black
Gracia.
Santa.
Dami, nice to see you. David Wallace, my favorite up to early spot. I guess it's technically the White Sox, but I also do like the Nationals here as well. So I think you've got to go big dog hunting on those up to early spots. So I'd probably go one of those two personally. Thank you, Dave. Jarek, nice to see you. Shout out to you. Sorry I didn't get you a WNBA play. I've been focusing on the MLB recently. So
where are you now? A WNBA guy?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be. It's an easy league to learn. There's like fucking 6 teams. It's easy to learn, and sometimes it's easy to bet. I just follow the market moves. So I'm like, all right, good. Follow the market moves, bet the links, fade Caitlin Clark. Those are the 3 staples of my WNBA capping so far, and I'm a few weeks in. Connor, I mean, I'm a WNBA League Pass subscriber. Purchase with my own money. $35.
$3.99. Oh no, for the year?
Yeah, for the year, which is cheap compared to the other leagues, but appreciate the WNBA.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you're killing it.
Yeah, shout out to Kadesh. She's dominating as well. Merry Christmas, everyone. Appreciate everyone watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Tell your loved ones that you love one. Connor Mack, where can the people find you at?
Connor Mack Picks on Twitter. That is it. Thanks for having me, Jose. I love joining you on these Sundays. I saw you a couple Sundays ago all alone. I'm like, yeah, let's get this shit done.
All right. Connor, I appreciate you. I'll see you very soon. Say hey, guys. Merry Christmas. And we'll see you guys next time.
Later.